You're probably not smarter than your woman, though.
Shit, you shitting me.
Probably not. If
You
I had to
shitting me.
guess.
You might not be smarter than your woman. I'm damn sure smarter than my woman.
Okay. I'm not smarter than my wife. My wife has a
That's
master's
fine.
degree.
but you can't speak on me.
No,
You
no, I know.
might not be smarter
I
than your
did. I
woman.
said more than likely your woman is
Nah,
smarter than
it's
you.
a 0% chance, sir. 0% chance. So it
Zero
ain't no
percent?
more than likely at all. Zero. You know what zero is? The number
I
below
don't know.
one.
I don't know if it's a 0% chance your
I'm
wife
telling you,
is.
but listen, you never met me and you never met my woman. My woman can be dumb as a doorknob. You wouldn't know that. If I'm telling you that I'm smarter than my woman, I think you should take me at face value. I'm taking you at face value that your woman is smarter than you. I'm not telling you
She's
that's
more
not true.
educated than I am. I wouldn't. I don't know if she's more intelligent than I am, but she's
I, I
definitely more
don't
educated
I
than
don't
I
know
am.
what you mean by educated.
What do you think gets a woman to fall in line? Love or leverage?
Leverage. A woman's love is based on how she feels at the moment, and it's not consistent. So, as with as temperamental as a woman's feelings and emotional state is, so can her love be. But the leverage that you have over her is going to last significantly longer than any type of emotional situation or temperament that she can have.
Go ahead, public offender. What about you? What do you think gets a woman to fall in line? Love or leverage?
Um, I don't know. I mean, do I have to agree that I'm trying to get a woman to fall in line to begin with? But I think that's a weird approach. But yeah, I mean, obviously, love would be, the better option, right?
Okay. Do you care to explain why it's love?
Yeah, I mean, because love is the things that you do for the person. Um, you having integrity, you taking care of them. Um, the way that you want to be treated is the way that you should be treating them, pretty much. So you want them to you want to be intentional and step up and care about them, and and do all the things that you need to do to make them feel safe. Um, when you do that, then they'll quote unquote fall in line. They'll, you both will be in line with one another. To be honest with you will be aligned with one another.
I mean, the love my wife has for me, she'll fall in line, but I may think it's the leverage, but no, I don't think it is. Because I never had to use that on her. I guess if I ever had to use that, that's what it was. But as far as I think it's the love she has for me to fall in love with me.
All right. Go ahead, Will. Picking and choosing. What do you think gets a woman to fall in line? Love or leverage? And feel free to respond to anybody else if you got any additional questions. Any
I,
other people in the
I'll
comment.
definitely, I'll definitely respond. Okay, is most definitely the leverage, love. You gentlemen that's saying love are sadly misinformed. My man Hink is unsure. He think is the love. It could be love. People do things for people that they love, but to get a woman to fall in line, it's not love, it's leverage. And my man, Mr. Public Offender, nice to meet you, sir. Um, I have no idea what you're talking about. Um, I'm completely in opposition to the position you've taken. Um, we do for our children all the time. We love our children. We do for them all the time, and they be disobedient, unruly, defiant. They rebel continuously. So love is not what gets people to fall in line. Leverage is what gets people to fall in line. If I can whoop my daughter's ass, she probably gonna fall in line because she don't want her ass whipped, not because I love her. If my woman disobeys or falls out of line, I have to use my leverage to get her back in line. I can't love her more to get her to acquiesce. I have to take something away from her, or I have to come down with a stern hand, for lack of a better word. Is not to say being abusive. I'm saying you have to lay down the law. If you don't lay down the law, they are going to continue to do more of what they're doing. You can't love people out of bad behavior. You have to have some type of consequences repercussions to get them out of bad behavior or get them to fall in line.
You'd like to respond, public offender or Hink?
Yeah. Comparing a woman to a child in this case is kind of wild. Talking about hitting your child, that's a whole different topic for a whole different day. Hitting on kids is crazy to me. But definitely comparing a woman to a child and saying that you need to come down with the law on a woman to get her in line is crazy. I also would like to know, just to anybody that understands the question, what do you mean get her to fall in line? Like, what does that mean? What does that look like?
I don't know if these other brothers want to take a stab at it.
If I was to guess what it
I'm gonna
means,
stab at something else because I'm a rebut something else. But go ahead, I guess, Bruce.
no, go ahead, Hank, because you got pulled up in the conversation initially. Go ahead.
Okay, so maybe I could be misunderstanding the question because it says get a woman to fall in love. So when I say love, I know a lot of people just think about the ooey gooey feelings and you kissing her or buying a gift. Now, mine is I have to tell my woman all the time. My way of showing love is not just me telling you I love you. It's about certain things I have to do, say around this house or just in the world, to make sure she's good, make sure she's protected, to make sure she's feels safe. So that's my form of love, and I have to remind her that all the time. I said, look, I don't always tell y'all. I tell you I love you once a day, and I think to me that's good enough. But for her, what she needs, that's not what it is. She wants to hear it every 55 seconds. So, I do what I need to do to make her feel better, to make her feel at ease, to make her feel comfortable. But the most important thing that I feel like I show when I say it's me showing love, is making sure she's safe, and that's the most important thing. So that's what I'm thinking when I'm thinking about love. So maybe, like I said, I could be totally confusing it. My leverage thing, maybe that is a form of leverage because I'm doing that. Maybe that's it. I don't know.
Do y'all women, for those of y'all who are in relationships, do y'all women fear for their safety daily? Like, are they constantly, they need to be constantly reassured, like daily or hourly, that they're safe?
No,
I get so confused with the word safe when people use it, make them feel safe. I understand safety in a sense of danger. Hey, danger's lurking. We got to get you somewhere safe. I understand safe in the sense of emotionally speaking, when people feel unsure of where they stand in your life. But this constant reassurance of safety is asinine to me.
So, like when I go on the road for my son's basketball games, I'm going 2-3 hours out. She's not able to go because she's got to work, do what she got to do. So she wants me to call and check in with her. Else she'll call me. Hey, how are you on the road? Because she knows I'm coming home. It's 12:30, damn near 1 o'clock when I get home sometimes, because I'm driving so far. Some of these out in the sticks. When I say the sticks, I mean out in the country. And it's a lot of side roads. So she feels more safe when she hears my voice, knowing I'm all right. I'm knowing I'm safe on the road. If it's storming, she hates storms. When it's storming, she gets scared. So if I'm down in my office when it storms, she called me. It's storming outside. You think it should be down there? I have to reassure. I'm fine. Everything's good. We'll be fine. If we need to go in the basement, then we'll go in the basement. But that's what I mean when I say safety, not because she feel like somebody about to kick in our goddamn door. She knows before I go to sleep, I make sure everything's locked up, alarms on, lights are where they need to be at, so everything's good. That's the safety she's concerned and worried about.
I typically look at safety because I'm not a security guard and I'm not a watchdog. You know what I mean? Like, I'm more than that for sure. And you can't protect anybody. At the end of the day, I mean, you really can't protect people. You could try to the best of your ability, but I'm not with my wife 9 hours a day. Like she go to work, she come home like there's nothing I can do. If something happened when she at work, ain't nothing I can do. You know, she's a grown adult person. She moves throughout the world without me all the time. This is not, you know, the 19 or this ain't the 17th century when women couldn't move freely without their men. My wife drives, she has her own car, she lives her own life. And so I don't look at safety like I'm protecting her from the world. I think she could do that, you know, well enough for herself. I think the number one form of safety, because the likelihood that the person that is most likely to harm a woman is the man that's sleeping in the bed with her, not some random stranger from outside the house. So when women talk about safety, when my wife talks about safety, she means me making sure she's safe. So the number one person I have to protect her from is me, right? Whether it be emotionally or physically or whatever the case may be, I have to make sure that I'm a safe space for her, not that she exists in a safe space. Because you can't, like, I cannot put my wife in a bubble. It's impossible.
I think I don't want to, gentlemen, if y'all want to chime in, take the mic from me, but I understand the sentiment of the emotional idea of safety, but I think we should use a different word. I think safety makes the average man go to physical danger, physical harm. And when y'all be talking from this emotional space, I think y'all tap into y'all femininity too much. And then it gets to a point where the line is misconstrued. It gets misconstrued. It's like, what are we talking about? Putting the notion out there, the most dangerous man, the person who's most likely to harm the woman is the man laying in the bed with her, is a crazy thought to put out there, because we teach our children about strangers outside the home. With that notion, you will have to teach the children the most dangerous man in the world is the man living in the home. Because if the man that's living in the home is the biggest threat to mama, then you're also the biggest threat to the babies. And I think it's crazy to put that notion out there, because then it creates all this confusion and this narrative, or this notion also of comparing a woman to a child. Bro, that's 100% the case. Women are beneath men. I don't know if you see life as a hierarchy. I don't know if you and your wife share the same plane where you have to get permission for her to do things, because you sound like, from what you said, she has her own autonomy to do pretty much as she see fit. But I'm curious, does she get to do as she see fit, and then you have to ask her to do what you want to do? Or do you also get to do as you see fit? Do you both have autonomy? Or I don't want to dive into your personal relationship, but you mentioned it. So I'm just asking, because if there's no hierarchy in your dynamic, I can see why you will take the stance. But if there is a hierarchy, everything that's below you can be on the same level. It really doesn't matter what level it's below you. If it's
Yeah.
not below you, then it's even to you, or it's above you. So would you say you and your woman are on the same plane, or is there a hierarchy in your dynamic?
I mean, it depends in what sense we're talking about, but
Overall.
no, I don't live in a hierarchy. I mean, I try not to. I know the world is constructed to be a hierarchy, mainly by white men, but
no, black men too.
As a black man, I'm not really interested in hierarchies, because
So are y'all equal?
That's what landed us in.
Are y'all equal?
It depends on what we're talking about.
No, overall, like if you take
of course, overall we're equal. Yeah, of course. So I mean, here's the thing that I find funny. If right off the bat, right, you comparing a woman to a child, why are you over a child? What gives you authority over a child typically?
Because I have legal authority, and I have
beyond legalities.
Because it's my moral responsibility to care for this child, to steward this child, to raise this child, to provide for this child, to protect this child.
And why must you do that to a child? Why must you do that for a child?
Because
not legally. I'm saying, why does a child?
Yeah, because the child is incapable of doing.
They're incapable of doing it. Okay, yes. So and also a child is immature and underdeveloped mentally, right, from a scientific standpoint, and all of these things. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Women are not underdeveloped scientifically, right? In so many ways, they're more developed than men. But if we're talking on paper,
bro. Don't
if we're talking on paper, you're smarter than a child, right? You're probably not smarter than your woman, though.
That shit, you shitting me?
Probably not. If
You
I had to guess,
me. You might not be smarter than your woman. I'm damn sure smarter than my woman.
Okay, I'm not smarter than my wife. My wife has a
That's
master's
fine.
degree.
You don't, but you can't speak on me.
No, I know.
Might not be smarter than your woman.
I said more than likely your woman is smarter than you.
0% chance, sir. 0% chance. So
0%?
it ain't no more than likely at all. Zero. You know what zero is? The number below.
I don't know if it's a 0% chance your wife is.
You, but listen, you never met me and you never met my woman. My woman could be dumb as a doorknob. You wouldn't know that. If I'm telling you that I'm smarter than my woman, I think you should take me at face value. I'm taking you at face value that your woman is smarter than you. I'm not telling you
she's more educated than I am. I don't know if she's more intelligent than I am, but she's definitely more educated.
I don't know what you mean by educated, because a degree doesn't
literally
mean
has a higher level of education than I do.
Literally, what I'm saying. I said a degree doesn't mean anything to me. I accept that people get a certificate from an accredited university and they say this is a degree. That don't mean you know shit. It doesn't.
I mean, you know something.
Okay, if you say so. I'm an employee. I hire people with degrees all the time, and they dumb as doorknobs.
Some of them can be.
No, most of them. Listen, most people that I interview with a degree is dumb as doorknobs. Dumb as hell.
Okay.
Do you hire people?
No.
So I'm telling you, lived experience. I'm telling you, when I interview people, like if I share my screen right now, you'll see resumes on my desktop. I interview people all the time who have degrees, and they're not intelligent. They're not smart. Their common sense factor is below par. They're not very socially. What's that?
I'm curious. Do you have a degree, Will?
No, I don't.
So, but you work at a job where you constantly are hiring people with degrees? Where is this?
I own a company. I don't work.
Yeah, same thing. Whatever.
No, it's not the same thing.
I mean, you're hiring people who have a bunch of degrees, but you yourself don't have.
No, I said I'm interviewing people with degrees. I didn't say I was hiring a bunch of people with degrees.
Interviewing them, hiring them.
No, there's two different things. Listen, an interview and hiring is two different processes.
One leads to the other.
Hire somebody is because you were impressed enough by what they said, not necessarily by what the degree says. Because the degree, I don't know. Have you ever do you look at degrees? Have you looked at a person's degree before?
Yeah.
And does it give you enough information about that person where you can make a decision about them without interviewing them?
Yeah, I know certain things. If you have a degree, I could tell you certain things about the person for sure.
So I could present someone with a degree, and without you ever meeting the person and talking to the person, you can tell me certain things about them. I'm not talking about like they went to school for 4 years and they committed to a process. I'm not talking about that. Can you tell me something about them as a person?
Yeah, I can. I can tell you that they probably can read beyond the 6th grade level, which most men can't read beyond the 6th grade level. I can tell you that they have some level of critical thinking, because you have to have you literally have to develop that skill when you're in college. I can tell you that they're consistent because they graduated, and it ain't no easy task. So it'll tell me something about their fortitude. I can tell you that they're resourceful, because to get a degree, you have to develop some level of resourcefulness. Yeah, there's a bunch of things I can tell you.
How old are you?
43.
Okay, I'm 43 as well. I don't think you realize how much people cheat their way through college these days.
You're making a lot of assumptions.
Oh, I am.
I would suggest you don't do that, because it does not. You're just making up stuff at this point.
How do you?
There's no science behind that. Don't just say that. There's no science behind that.
How do you figure I'm making assumptions?
Because you're saying stuff that you can't actually prove. When you say a lot, what's a lot? That's relative.
Well, okay, hold on. So you're saying I'm saying stuff I can't prove. So if you can't prove it, then you shouldn't speak on it, is what you're saying.
I try not to. Yeah.
No. I'm not saying what you try not to.
I just said yes.
Hold on. Listen. Right now, listen. Right now, you told me I'm doing something, and you said if you can't. So you basically want me to prove what I'm saying. So if I can't prove it, then you're of the mindset that you shouldn't be speaking on it.
In this instance, yeah.
No.
If you
It's
say
not
something that should be verified, that should be
picking and
verifiable,
choosing.
and you can't verify it, I would say you probably shouldn't say it.
Cool. So what I'm asking you is this. Are you taking the position that if you cannot prove something, you shouldn't speak on it?
No, because that's a stupid position to take.
Okay, so then why are you reprimanding me and trying to tell me that I shouldn't be speaking on this if I can't prove it?
Because I just told you why. You didn't listen? I just said the reason why is because this is something that actually is verifiable, and there is science and data on this. And if you can't substantiate that data, then you shouldn't say stuff like this. You're just making it up at this point.
Hey,
So wait. You're telling me there's data as to whether or not people cheat through college?
Yes.
Where's the source for that data?
Exactly. You don't even know that there's sources for this.
Sir, what's
exactly. There's sources on this. There's literally sources.
We gotta get some other people involved too, y'all.
You're speaking on something, and I'm accepting what you're saying. But now you have to support and back up what you're saying.
What am I claiming? I haven't made a claim.
You have made a claim. Your claim was.
Right, we just getting started, man. Let's go ahead and get Darwin
Yeah,
answer.
I'm not.
Let me make this last point. Let me make this last point, and I'll move it on. Your claim is countering my claim. See, I made a claim. Well, you gotta let me finish. Listen to what I'm saying. I made a claim that there's a lot of people cheating through college. You are countering that claim. So if I gotta support my claim that people are cheating through college, you need to support your claim that people are not cheating through college.
No, the thing that I said to you was you can't substantiate it, so you probably shouldn't say it. I didn't even counter
and
it.
I just said that. I accepted that.
You did it.
But you also, sir, I did accept what you're saying. I don't agree with you.
You got it, man. You like to argue a lot. You got it.
Will, you did one of the claims that he made that there are sites and surveys that he can actually go reference to show that there are how many people that are cheating through college. That's one claim that he made, that he said that you should be able to do. Yeah. And the fact that you couldn't, he used that as a try to be like a gotcha moment. But one thing he also did is just blatantly untrue, is you said that most people can't read above a 6th grade level.
I didn't say that.
You did say that in English.
I didn't. Rewind it back, sir.
Exactly.
I didn't say that. I said most men in America can't read past the 6th grade. The average man reads at a 6th grade level,
which isn't true. Which is my point. So the things that you're saying that you can just verify, I put the link in the chat already, so you're cooked. But if we're just going to make up statistics, just make sure that, you know what I'm saying, you're not a hypocrite. You're telling him not to prove things or say things he can't substantiate.
What link
you can't do the same thing either.
Let's look up your link. What link did you pull up?
It's in the chat, homie. All you gotta do is click it. Right click it so it don't take you out this window.
Well, I'm on a computer and a phone, so we're good. I don't see it.
I'm confused on the statement that I like to argue. I made a claim, and if my claim gets challenged, the person challenging my claim is the person starting the argument. I can make a claim all day long. You could agree with it. You could disagree with it.
I don't see it. Yeah. I mean, if you just say stuff, if you're just saying stuff like willy-nilly, then, I would like for you to substantiate the claim. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Well, I can substantiate claims, but my claims will be substantiated with data that you may not necessarily agree with.
Hold on. Is this the link you're talking about where it says in the first thing in the United States, 54% of American adults read below the equivalent of a 6th grade level? The first line?
And you said most men. So when you dive down into that number, you'll find out that that's still not true. But again, champ, I provided you with information. I can't understand it for you.
Hold on, sir. Are you not good at math and reading? Because
I'm great at both.
United States,
54% of American adults includes men and women
above a 6th grade level.
Adults include men and women. You said men specifically, correct? So this is your gotcha moment.
Sir, you can say Americans, or you could say men or women, doesn't matter, but we were talking about men.
I just disproved your assertion. You said men.
You haven't.
This says adults. How
does that disprove what I'm saying?
Listen, I can give you the information. I can't understand it for you. And if that's not something I'm even willing to do.
But you don't understand it, sir.
What I noticed
is that how you going to explain something to me that you don't understand?
It seems like it's the same type of men who argue, and then when they get cooked, they start saying, "Well, you like to argue a lot." That sounds like something your girl taught you to say. Because
I ain't got no girl. You might date girls. You seem like you like little girls. I'm married to a woman though.
All right, y'all, let's go to get back on track. Go ahead, Darwin.
Hey, hold on. I don't know your name. You might like little girls, homie. I got a woman though.
Well,
So
I can tell
what you're talking about.
You ran by women too.
Me nothing. I got 2 sons and a wife. You might have a
your,
girl.
and
you
I
might
can
like
see
girls.
your wife
that
in
might
you
be
right
your
now.
thing. I'm not into girls. I like women. I'm a 43-year-old man. I got you though.
That likes to be ran by women. I understand. We can see it in you.
I got one though.